Yehezqel, Ezekiel, chapter 1. And it came to me in the 30th year, in the 4th month, on the 5th of the new moon, as I was among the exiles by the river Kebar, the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of Elohim. On the 5th of the new moon, in the 5th year of sovereign Jehoiakim's exile, the word of Yah came expressly to Yehezqel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Kasdim by the river Kebar. And the hand of Yah came upon him there. And I looked and saw a whirlwind coming out of the north, a great cloud with fire flashing itself, and brightness was all around it, and out of its midst like glowing metal, out of the midst of the fire, and out of the midst of it came what looked like 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. And each one had 4 faces, and each one had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet, and the soles of their feet were like the sole of a calf's foot. And they sparkled like the appearance of polished bronze, and under their wings on their 4 sides were the hands of a man, and each of the 4 had faces and wings. Their wings touched one another. They did not turn when they went, but each one went straight forward. And the likeness of their faces, the face of a man, and each of the 4 had the face of a lion on the right side, and each of the 4 had the face of an ox on the left side, and each of the 4 had the face of an eagle. Such were their faces. Their wings were spread upward, 2 of each touched one another, and 2 covered their bodies, and each one went straight forward, going wherever the Spirit was to go, and they did not turn when they went. And the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of torches moving back and forth among the living creatures. And the fire was bright, and out of the fire went lightning. And the living creatures ran back and forth like the appearance of a flash of lightning. And I looked at the living creatures and saw a wheel on the earth beside each living creature with its 4 faces. The appearance of the wheels and their works was like the appearance of beryl, and all 4 had the same form. The appearance of their works was, as it were, a wheel in the middle of a wheel. When they went in any one of 4 directions. They did not turn aside when they went. And their rims were high and awesome, and their rims were covered with eyes all around the 4 of them. And when the living creatures went, the wheels went beside them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Wherever the Spirit was to go, they went, because there the Spirit went, and the wheels were lifted together with them, for the Spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. When those went, these went. When those stood, these stood. And when those were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up together with them, for the Spirit of the living creatures was in the wheels. And the likeness was over the heads of the living creatures, an expanse, like the appearance of an awesome crystal, stretched out over their heads. And under the expanse their wings were straight, one toward another. Each one had 2 which covered one side, and each one had 2 which covered the other side of the body. And when they went, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of many waters, like the voice of the Almighty, a tumult like the noise of an army. And when they stood still, they let down their wings. And a voice came from above the expanse that was over their heads. When they stood, they dropped their wings. And above the expanse over their heads was the likeness of a throne, in appearance like a sapphire stone. And on the likeness of the throne was a likeness as the appearance of a man high above it. And from the appearance of his waist and upward I saw what looked like glowing metal, with the appearance of fire all around within it. And from the appearance of his waist and downward I saw what looked like fire and brightness all around. As the appearance of a rainbow in a cloud on a rainy day, so was the appearance of the brightness all around it. This was the appearance of the likeness of the esteem of Yah. And when I saw it, I fell on my face, and I heard a voice of one speaking.